Hey everybody, this is Drink64 and welcome to another Star vs. the Forces of Evil video, and I don't think I'm going to have another one of these for quite a while. I might have another one upcoming soon, but apart from that, that's probably going to be it for a while, at least until Season 3, or unless something else comes up, so yeah. Really, I just wanted to make this video to sort of round stuff up with Season 2 and just to give my thoughts on some of my favourite and not so favourite episodes of the season. I mean, overall, the season was great and it had some amazing episodes, but it also had some not so great episodes, which I'll get into in a separate video. But this is basically going to be my top 4 best episodes from Season 2, or at least what I thought were my favourite episodes from Season 2. I don't know about you guys, but these are just the episodes that I personally really enjoyed and I thought were amazing, and basically just episodes that I'm happy to rewatch again and that I have rewatched again, so yeah. And I mean, picking my top 4 episodes from 52 episodes isn't the easiest thing, and definitely wasn't the easiest thing. Had to narrow it down a lot. Of course there were episodes I didn't like, so that narrowed it down a lot, but really it was tough in the end, and honestly these are the 4 that I just think really I loved. I just loved these episodes all around and they were amazing, so yeah. And of course I'm not just going to be picking episodes that, you know, are kind of obviously just going to be on there. Like the season finale, not going to be on this list just for the simple fact that it is the season finale. Of course it was a phenomenal episode and easily one of the best season finales out there, but that's not going to be on this list for that very reason. Just because it is the season finale. As good of an episode as it was, it's not on this list. Not that I didn't enjoy it at all, trust me. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into this list. I don't know how much detail I want to go into these because obviously reviews have happened. And while I haven't talked about some of these episodes, obviously I don't want to go into incredible amounts of detail about what the episode is about. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into number 4. This is Star on Wheels. So I did want to pick a non-spoilery like plot episode because obviously a lot of the best episodes this season involved a lot of plot, a lot of Ludo stuff and all that, and really this episode didn't. It didn't have any of that, and I wanted an episode in this list that really wasn't anything to do with plot. It was its own separate like comedic sort of episode, and this episode was amazing. I loved it. I have rewatched this episode multiple times. It's amazing. I love it. Just really, this is easily one of my favourite non-plot episodes of this season. This and Fetch, which actually came in the same full episode, actually, surprisingly, are 2 of my favourite non-plot episodes this season, and for good reasons. Fetch, honestly, first time I watched it, no joke, made me shed a tear, and to be honest, that was so close to getting on this list originally. Yet as tough as it was, I think Star on Wheels just really overtook that, just for its humour, the way it showed Glossaric, because all Glossaric episodes really are amazing in this show to me. He's one of my favourite characters, but just having this episode and some of his lines and some of the stuff that he did was absolutely amazing, and with Oscar as well, I think they're great together. I just want to see more Glossaric and Oscar, and hopefully maybe Season 3 can do that, I don't know. But in general, I mean, just when watching this episode, I found myself laughing constantly. It is amazing. Glossaric himself, even Oscar, some of the stuff that Marco does, and the flappy thing waving outside the car. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's amazing. The giant invisible goats also just add to what makes this episode great. Overall, for a non-plot episode, it is phenomenal, and I absolutely adore this episode. This Fetch camping trip, I think, those 3 episodes really set the bar for non-plot episodes in this season, and really, I just think this one was definitely my personal favourite, although Fetch really came a close second, just saying. And with that said, let's just go ahead and get straight into number 3. This is Bambang the Birthday Clown. Yes, another plot type episode. I know this one's probably kind of obvious, but this episode was phenomenal, legitimately, and I mean, when actually watching the episode, like when I first saw the episode, I thought it was great. I thought it was especially for a mid-season finale, this episode was just absolutely gobsmacking. I thought it was great. I don't really know how much I can emphasize that, because this episode, for a mid-season finale, I didn't expect any of the stuff that actually happened in it to actually happen, and really, with it being Star vs. Forces of Evil and knowing some of the stuff that has happened, really I should have expected it, and I kinda did, but at the same time, again, there's some stuff that I really didn't notice my first time through. I didn't see the rats, and I never expected Ludo to appear, so really it just felt like, okay, dead clown seance, Starco stuff, great, the Starco stuff's gonna be the big thing. No, Glossaric gets stolen by Ludo, and honestly, it's one of the most shocking things I've seen on this show. I know Toffee coming back toward the end of the season might be pretty big and shocking, but really, to me, this was something else. This really took me by surprise so much, and I think this episode really just sticks with me as an episode that really shocked me and really shook me actually after watching it, because again, the music as well in the background just while all this is going on is so amazing, and it just does it so well. If any episode ever could make me love Ludo as a villain, I think it's this one. I just really do. And I mean, let's not forget all the Starco stuff that happened in this episode, which was truly amazing. As much as it sucked for Jackie and Marco to get together, not saying I hate Jackie at all, but it did kind of suck for a Starco shipper like myself. Honestly, it was just great to see this whole storyline move along, which was really cool. Overall, I mean, at least to me, for what this episode did, it did it so well, and it was just so amazing, it had to make the list. But I really don't know about you guys. What do you guys think of this episode? Because to be perfectly honest, it was incredible, and really, I don't see another episode being able to top this. And again, I know the season finale really did, but this is the mid-season finale, and I just think it really sticks with me for that reason alone. So, moving on to number 2, we have The Hard Way, and to be perfectly honest, at first I was kind of reluctant to put this on the list, specifically just for the reason that it's kind of an obvious pick, right? Some really big stuff happening in this episode, and it's a pretty obvious pick for the list, but to be perfectly honest, when I actually sat down and thought about it, this episode just really blew me away, and it honestly has stuck with me all this time, so yeah. Plus, at least just during the Star Bomb, there wasn't really anything else besides this episode that really stuck out to me in the way that this episode and another specific episode apart from the season finale did. I mean, we hadn't seen much of Ludo since Bonbon the Birthday Clown, so to be perfectly honest, it's been quite a while, so seeing Ludo again was definitely a plus for this episode, but it's what came at the end that really came as a surprise and really boosted this episode to the top. The episode itself was a lot of fun, seeing Ludo training with Glossaric. I mean, seeing Glossaric again is just a gift in itself, but really, there wasn't much to say about the actual episode itself. It just felt like something that was perfectly normal. Nothing big happened, Ludo was training, great, but once it got to the end and Ludo opened the book, or forced Glossaric to open the book, we get Eclipse's dark magic, and out comes Toffee, and to be perfectly honest, this is the best thing that could ever happen to me and to a lot of other people in this show. Just seeing Toffee come back in this way is absolutely incredible. I, for one, think Toffee is probably one of the best villains out of anything, at least at the moment, out there. Not just that, but probably one of the best Disney villains out there. I know there's a lot of other Disney villains that I am such a huge fan of, particularly from the old movies, but again, this is definitely a Disney villain that is absolutely amazing, and especially with more recent Disney films, villains have been getting less and less attention and less interesting, so it's good to see a villain like Toffee pop up who is inherently awesome. But yeah, just seeing him come back and hearing him talk again, Michael C. Hall reprising his role is amazing. Again, making it to the season finale, we don't see Glossaric again, so we don't know what Toffee did to Glossaric. That kind of just upholds the mystery. That's why I love this episode so much. What happens after this? What happens after The Hard Way? We don't know what Toffee did to Glossaric, but we can always just speculate on that, and it's a lot of fun. I love this episode and just the way it ended. Such a cliffhanger, really, and it ended on such a perfect time as well, with it ending on the Thursday, so we had to wait an entire weekend to keep on going with the Star Bomb. So they kind of aired this episode at the perfect time, which was great. To be perfectly honest though, maybe I should have expected this, maybe I should have expected Toffee to come back. I personally didn't think he was the one in the wand, I thought it was Eclipse. And to be perfectly honest, to me that would have been better. I don't know. I would have liked Toffee to come some other way through the finger, which honestly was my first guess. But hey, he still wants the finger back, so we'll see that eventually. But yeah, I am happy with the way they did this episode. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely one of the best episodes in this season. But now we come to number 1, and honestly, since I couldn't pick the season finale, which obviously would hit number 1, had I not want to put it on this list for reasons that are kind of obvious. I mean, it's the season finale, it's an obvious choice, that's why I'm not putting it on the list. But Face the Music, definitely getting on the list. I didn't really have any really hard decisions to make here. This episode, my favourite. Other than the season finale, my favourite episode of this season, easily. Second favourite to the season finale, obviously. This episode just completely amazing. I don't even have anything bad to say about it, to be perfectly honest. The song, holy crap, the song. I mean, Patrick Stump, Fall Out Boy, it's amazing. It's great. Honestly, it's because of this episode that I just recently got into their music, and it's awesome, and I love it, and holy crap, this episode's amazing. Not just for the song, but for Starco, for seeing the Magical High Commission again. That's always a plus, and Hekpoo and all that, so yeah. Who I've seen a lot of people ship with Marco, and I totally agree with that. That's a great ship, and I would totally do that if Starco wasn't a thing. And let's not forget a lot of the stuff with Queen Moon and Ludo. So this episode really, to me, had everything. And then the season finale was a direct continuation of this. So really, these two go hand in hand. So in a way, I did put the season finale on this list, but not the whole season finale, if you get what I mean. I don't know, they aired it as one season finale, so yeah, obviously we had the song, we had all the Moon stuff, all the Starco stuff. All that stuff was just so cool. I adore this episode, I just do. I just think it's that good. Personally, I'm just waiting for that Season 2 soundtrack to get released. Officially, physical copy please. Just so that I can hear this song in all its HD entirety. I know I can always just do that online, but I would like a physical copy of the soundtrack. It would be just amazing. This episode, truly something special. It really is. If only for the song alone, like, don't even bother watching the episode. Just go listen to the song. It is something else, to be perfectly honest, especially for this show not being inherently musical based. It's something really unique, and honestly, the songs that this show has produced, like this and Just Friends and all that, really has been something really cool. So when they do songs, they do it right. Again, it's Disney, so of course they do, but yeah. I do have to give this episode one more thing though before I end this video, but Queen Moon, I never really liked her character before this, but this episode, I adore her. I think she's awesome, she's epic, and I'm glad she didn't die in Star Crushed. That's a plus, although Lekmet did, so not so much a plus there. But hey, anyway, that is going to be it for this top 4. If you guys enjoyed this video, I do plan on doing a top 4 worst episodes, because there are a few episodes in this season that I didn't enjoy. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.